I'm by myself a lot. And I'm not just talking about like a little bit. I mean, a fucking lot. And that includes like right now, I'll see Mark, David, some of my friends from time to time, and my son, but like I'm secluded a fucking lot. You know, I think it helps with creativity, being like, you know, having the shadows whisper to me and shit and tell me to do stuff. The Dark Lord from the shadows, you know, gives me ideas. But there's some aspects of being alone and the psychosis that comes with it, right? You're thinking, like, I know some of you are thinking, like, oh, he's by himself a little bit, but he's just overexcited. No, I'm fucking, like, there'll be days where I don't see a fucking single person. Like, I don't go out because I usually, whenever I go out grocery shopping or whatever, I get enough for the fucking week. So have been times where I don't see fucking anybody for fucking, like, 5 days. It's weird to think, but that's how it goes in my life. And so, like, this coronavirus shit has exacerbated my loner type of fucking mentality. And so like anyway, like there's times when I go out and, you know, you ever been by yourself for like a couple days locked in your house or whatever, and then you go out and you feel like things aren't right. Like you're walking into an alien environment and you're like, oh, you're trying to fucking act like a human. And it's just like you're all awkward and shit. Well, that's like most of my life these days. I'm using coronavirus as a fucking excuse to not go out, but it like dramatically affects the way I interact with the fucking third dimension we're in right now. So, you know, I went to the grocery store, you know, and I was getting some fucking, it was like late. So like I had been inside all fucking day. I hadn't seen the fucking light of day because usually like curtains are drawn. It's like a fucking vampire's house. And I'm just working and I'm doing fucking stuff. And then I hit up the podcast studio and then I hit up the fucking shop and I'm just like working and doing my thing, getting stuff out and like just going through the fucking daily motions of what I got to do to keep my fucking businesses alive and shit. Like go on social media, talk to people, fucking work on stuff, come up with ideas, all that shit. And so like there's times where I don't see the light of day for days. And so then I venture out into the fucking the world and I have to interact with people at like late as fuck, like 10. Think how that goes. And so I'm like going to the store, putting my mask on, and I'm just like, let me get the fucking coconut water and a fucking beer, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like awkwardly shambling along the fucking aisles with that stupid elevator music. In the fucking grocery store. Just fucking making my fucking psychosis even more deep into the pits. And it's just like, the boots, oh, I'm marching, the boots. And I'm just like, and I'm just fucking going through. And so I go get my fucking my logistics and my supplies and my fucking, you know, stuff to keep me fucking sane. And I pay for it and walk outside and I'm walking to the car and literally this is a fucking thought that comes through my head. I look over at this woman that was walking. It's not like I was checking her out, but I'm just like, I'm observing my fucking environment. So I look over and I see this person walking, much like many of you do. You notice there's people around you, I assume, as you're walking. And I'm walking to my car with the fucking bags in my fucking hand. I look over and literally it came to my brain and it wasn't like an odd thought. I'm just like, I'm curiously looking at this person. And I literally said to myself, and not like in my head, but said to myself, where the fuck is her tail? Let me say that again, because maybe you missed it. Maybe I didn't say it clearly enough. I asked where the lady's tail was. I have been, at that point in my life, I had been by myself for a few days, and I walked out for the first time in a few days into fucking 10 p.m. darkness in pre-fall, like it's fall right now, right? It's cold and shit in the Pacific Northwest. And I asked where the fucking woman's tail was. Like, I was legitimately confused. And I'm not fucking with you at all. I was perplexed at why this fucking human person didn't have a tail as she's walking to her car. And it took me literally 10 seconds. 10 fucking seconds to go. People don't have fucking tails. We're not monkeys. So I think I'm going legitimately crazy with this shit. Like, what the fuck? This happened like fucking last week or some shit. You know, I haven't talked about it because it's super weird. Like, I legit thought that fucking, like, people are supposed to have tails. It took me until I looked at a few people to be like, oh, we're all human. There's no reason why we have fucking tails. You fucking idiot. Maybe I got a fucking mark on my head now from fucking slapping myself for being an idiot. But it's crazy. There's stuff like that in my life that have happened where I say some shit and I'm like, that's a dumb fucking thought. Like, I thought, where's the woman's tail? Where is it? Why doesn't she I wonder what happened. Did she get it caught in a fucking door? Yeah, that's what happens. It's hard to get out of fucking vehicular transportation when you slam the door. You ever slam your fucking fingers in the door by accident in a car? That's probably how she ripped it off. Fucking idiot.